Kamon man long slur ringkat bat kamany ma shong kya ka shong hag jinglong scam bat jingjek bas start ka jong pi. Katata haya kakali man san ya kalintiyat ka jong pi. Kalaban long ka jong pi minta. Bok ya katata haya ha frang motors like korangi. Ne phone hunu number bala ay harum. U chairman jago joint action committee ka Nehu u professor lakhon kama. Ula berthen baga JAC kan sa say Madan lot khat iki kam sop jong vice chancellor ka Nehu u professor Prabha Shankar Shukla khamtam halor ka jingthum kam yoruhit prasad kumu technical officer klem dayat katkom ki kendon habakran mandaga si professor Kamau Longba ka JAC kan sailot khat yakimat halor ki jingle be an jong VC ya ki kam hapo Nehu ula pinremru baga jingpanchay jong VC halor ka jingthum kam yoruhit prasad kade ka bashu thau klem ki jing shisha klem da boot ki kendon jong ka an ka UGC.
So what we have decided that tomorrow at 3:30 we will have the press conference to prepare our rebuttal against all the charges that VC has made, because he has made if you see those that press conference that he conducted, it was very I would say childish, very illogical and full of lies. So in tomorrow's press conference when we meet at 3:30 we will cut each and every point to pieces to show that how this person has lied to the public, given them half-baked information vis-a-vis the power of the VC, vis-a-vis the rules that governs with the appointment of Rohit, and we will show to the public with documentary evidence. We have all the ordinances. I think the same book that he has showed you yesterday, we also have the same book. This rule says very clearly that come what may, he will not be able to, he have no power whatsoever to appoint anybody except for teachers, which we will see that when we will release the press conference, the press release. You will see that. I don't know, since you are here, maybe if you are interested, I can show you, so that of course we'll be providing a copy during our press conference. Statutes that allow the special mode of appointment. Otherwise, you have to go for teachers' appointment and on even for those who are affiliate like librarians and teachers from health education and so on. For that, we have the model UGC regulation 2018. Everybody across the country is following that for all appointments, including appointments in the colleges. We have to follow the UGC regulation 2018. For non-teaching staff, we have the model cadre recruitment rule of UGC. From registrar to the hostel attendant, the last one in the list, they have defined what will be the name of the post, what will be the qualification that is required, what will be the scale, what will be the grade pay, what will be the composition of selection committee, and so on and so forth. So that day, I think in one of the only special mode of appointment is as per the statutes 21, and this statutes refers to a very, very specific appointment. It says, notwithstanding anything contained in statute 20, the Executive Council may invite a person of high academic distinction and professional attainments to accept a post of professor or reader or any other academic post in the university, as the case may be, on such terms and conditions as it deems fit, and on the person agreeing to do so, appoint him to the post. Which means this is of a highest level. Say somebody is a distinguished scientist who has published papers in Nature, Cell, and high impact factor journal, but you want to invite him. He is a foreigner, let's say, doing some work in Oxford or Harvard or and Cambridge and so on. If you want to invite him, that power is there only for such appointment, not for non-teaching post appointment. This is specifically there. In the entire Nehu Act, Statutes, Ordinance, there is no other power that VC have for appointment which he cannot. And that's why tomorrow in the press conference, we clear that he has no power whatsoever. I'm taking it very, very categorically that except under the provision of Statute 21, which refers to appointment of only professor or the earlier reader, which today we call as associate professor. That also the Executive Council has to be convinced that he is of an eminence, that he is really has attained so much. Because if there's somebody who is, I say like Amartya Sen, for example, if you want to appoint him as a professor here, you have that power. You want to, because he's known globally, he's a Nobel laureate. So somebody else in economics or commerce or medicine and physiology. If there are that provision has been kept only for academic interests of the university. Except this, in the entire Nehu Act, Statute, Ordinance, VC has no power to appoint anybody by himself.
And that's why I don't want to dwell too much, but I think you will see that we will we'll cut into pieces all his claim, which are lies, and we will put up the facts and figures, which is known to public, and we'll give a copy to every members who will, so that the general public should know that this VC has no power to appoint anyone. And that's why he has misquoted by saying that Executive Council has approved and this, that. I think he has spoken lies, because we will expose him fully in tomorrow's press conference, where we will show that what Executive Council can do, and once Executive has done what you are supposed to do, which he has not done. He has avoided the procedures which are to be followed even after you have received the approval of the Executive Council, and that we are going to expose him tomorrow in the press conference. However, it is amply clear now that he has actually violated the rules of appointment of UGC, and this is a serious offense. You cannot violate UGC appointment criteria, whether it is for appointment of faculty based on UGC Regulation 2018 or for non-teaching staff following the model cadre recruitment rules of UGC. Both you cannot violate. Whoever is the VC sitting in that chair, he has no power whatsoever to actually violate those rules. And these are such a serious offense that we are preparing, that maybe you will come to know that we are preparing a report that eventually we will be sending it to. This is our constitution. Everybody is abide by this constitution. Everybody has to abide by this constitution, like we have the constitution of the country. Nobody can cross the boundary of constitution, no matter how much you like or dislike any action. You have to be within. For us, it is this book, volume 2, and this volume 1. This volume 1. These are our constitution. So Nehu functions based on this. Without this, no VC can conduct himself in a university, and that's why we are amply clear. And tomorrow, when we sit for the press conference, and already we have done indeed for all other wrongdoings that he have done. But this time we'll add more value to it, because now we have concrete information. That time when we submitted about Rohit, we knew he was illegally appointed. But with RTI, now we know exactly how he was appointed. Through all illegitimate and illegal procedure. Basically ignoring the procedure laid down by UGC. We cannot go beyond UGC regulation. UGC says this is how we will appoint your teaching positions, this is how we will appoint your non-teaching positions. Nothing in between. And hence, this dossier we will prepare more pinpoint, more specific, so that we explain to the President of India, and of course the Chief Rector, who is the Governor, and of course all other concerned ministers, including Union Minister of Education, that this man sitting in the chair that you have appointed as VC of Nehu actually is not discharging his duty as per our rules, as per our Act, statutes and ordinance, and he is showing complete disregard to established norms, the procedures that we have, whether it is UGC regulation, whether it is the model cadre recruitment rule, our own Act, statutes, ordinance, rules and regulations. And this is what we are going to fully expose him in tomorrow's press conference.